Give me some moves, agility!
Geeks and nonsensical gamers. Geeks and nonsensical gamers. Yo. Welcome. In these segments, I just tend to talk about some gaming news which I come across, and today it is in relation to Call of Duty Vanguard. If you're enjoying the chats, the talks, please don't forget to hit that like button. Also give a man a subscribe if you can. And let's get to the juice. Activision says Call of Duty Vanguard underperformed partly due to World War II setting. Activision said that Call of Duty Vanguard's World War II setting was partly to blame for the game failing to meet its sales expectations. So this article itself comes courtesy of videogameschronicles.com. We have to be honest with ourselves that World War II as a setting for Call of Duty games, it no longer hits the way it used to. A little while ago, you had games such as Battlefield, you had Call of Duty, you had the Medal of Honor series, let's not forget that. And their selling point, of course, was being historically based on World War I and World War II. You could say that growing up in what would be the early to mid 2000s, that World War was still somewhat of an interest when it came to the first-person shooter scene. But as of now, can anybody really say that they're surprised by this news? Because going back to World War I and World War II, I don't think it's a thing that many people would be particularly interested in now. Now, don't get me wrong, when I say that, I mean in relation to a game or a franchise as big as Call of Duty. Now, for those other franchises such as Brothers in Arms, Medal of Honor, they could revisit World War. And although I don't think they'll be able to shift as many units, how do I put this? It wouldn't necessarily be that big a deal, because those franchises never have to hit the types of numbers that Call of Duty do. And I think it's fair to say that after the success of Modern Warfare 2019, to go back to World War II again is not something that people really wanted to do. Plus, they can make whatever game they want to make, but nobody was really looking for Vanguard. And now they're surprised at the sales. Why? While the game has been one of the industry's best-selling titles since its November 2021 release, its performance has been relatively weak for a new entry in the annual blockbuster franchise, failing short of past releases including its predecessor, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. And this is the thing that many of us know if you are a fan of the Call of Duty franchise. It's almost known across board, right? Black Ops and Call of Duty, the Modern Warfare title, are pretty much the staple of this franchise. I mean, it's fair to say that they did well with Call of Duty World War II, and that in itself was more of a breath of fresh air because there was so much Call of Duty fatigue when it came to the modern shooter. When you had games like Infinite Warfare and Advanced Warfighter, it was getting a little bit too silly, so many people wanted to revert back to something more boots on the ground experience. So when Call of Duty World War II was released, the game itself did well. We can't deny that. But I do genuinely think that when it comes to World War titles, Activision are no longer going to be able to hit that type of high again. It just will not work going forward. The game's World War II setting didn't resonate with some of our community, and we didn't deliver as much innovation in the premium game as we would have liked. Activision went on to say it has high hopes for the next entry in the series, Infinity Ward's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. And if I'm going to use any kind of example when it comes to why the World War setting no longer works, it would most likely be GTA Online versus Red Dead Online. It's so much easier when you have a modern setting to be able to make changes and adapt and bring in features which somewhat would work or be able to fit in that mold. And as many of you know, Red Dead Online is somewhat boring. It's not really that fun. There's not much to do. And that's no fault of the actual game itself. I would say it's partly limited to the time and era in which the game is placed. I mean, in GTA Online, you can have DeLoreans and flying bikes, and you can add all kinds of craziness. Let a UFO appear in GTA Online and nobody would be surprised. But you can't do that in Red Dead. But the game is somewhat limited to its era. There's only so much they're able to do. And I think this is the same when it comes to Call of Duty and them trying to go back to the World War setting. Now, at the same time, guys, let's be fair, they have recently released Season 3 for Vanguard, and it does look good. They have tried to make some changes, or some additions. They put in Godzilla versus King Kong, which I think looked absolutely amazing. But you could say maybe it's a little bit too late for something like that. Again, a very, very, very good idea, and it's good that they've tried to innovate as much as they can. But still, when you go back in time, you are limited in what you're able to do. I mean, I know they are games, and it's somewhat you have the you could say illusion of realism. But there's only so far they're able to go. Hence why they have high hopes for Modern Warfare 2. We can also look at that the market itself is a bit more spread out now. So if you do release a bad game, be under no illusion that people will easily jump ship. If Vanguard's not doing good, people will just jump ship to Valorant. If Valorant's not doing well, people can then just jump to Apex Legends. If Apex Legends drops the ball, there's Halo-ish. Player bases now have no problem jumping to another franchise, trying out another game, and especially with so many of them now going free to play, games have to have that little bit more to keep people's attention. So I'm just hoping that ultimately Activision kind of learns a lesson from this. Are they going to go back to World War II again, or after this announcement or the performance of Vanguard? I highly doubt that we'll be seeing another World War game in association with Call of Duty. But here's hoping that it would actually open up the doors now for other games to come and actually fill that spot. Because in no way do I want World War games to end. I think there's most definitely a niche for it, but in relation to mainstream and the amount of sales or revenue which a game such as Call of Duty is meant to generate, the World War setting no longer applies. I'm very interested in what people have to say on this topic. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. Are there better ways in which they could have innovated the Call of Duty product? Is there still room for World War games in the Call of Duty franchise? Until next time, peace.